Hey, so tonight I have a really big show. This is my mail call from my brother John. This is the razor I gave to him like 3 years ago. This is the Morley. It doesn't say 350 on it either. So, but look at this razor, it's sweet. It's got some rust on it, on the tank, but this is the Morley. Yeah, it says Clover brand right there. It's stamped pretty clear. I may not come across there, but look what it has on the blade. It says Coli Secundus, which means second to none. Underneath it says Scottish hollow ground. This thing is pretty sweet. It's a very small razor. I think you'll get something to compare it to. Alright, so here's the here is the Coli Secundus razor. It's right there. Now this is the frame back I used not too long ago. So it's a tiny razor. And of course the big double duck. I believe this is a 5/8 razor, because this is a 6/8 razor, and you can see the difference. So this is what's going to happen. This razor here has got some discoloration, and the scales are lackluster now. So I'm going to do a quick polish on these. I'm not going to use any buffing wheel. I'm just going to use some mothers. And I think while I'm doing that, I might as well get these scales too. Get them back up to where they should be. So stick with me, man. Alright, first things first. I'm going to put this Morley here away. This edge has some chips on it, not too bad. So I'm just going to cover it up like this and put it over here for later. Alright, so this is going to be good. So here it is. I tell you, man, I have been dreaming about this razor for a long time. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get the scales first real quick. It's not in horrible shape. In fact, I got this little tool here. It'll help me get into the edge here. Everything else looks pretty good. All right. So I'm going to hone this tonight too. And I am really debating on how to finish. I might do a little on the caudicle and finish off with that Arkansas stone I have. But I might just give it a caudicle edge too. I was thinking last night the best way that I used to do this was to get your blade and dip into it a little bit. And put a smear right like this, and rest your blade right in between there. And you just pull back and forth on the razor. And I'm going to tang a little bit. Alright, this will be over pretty quick. And you got to be careful when you do this, because I've broken scales like that before. So, alright, I'm going to go give it a quick rinse and toothbrush it, and it should be done. Alright, so I'm going to just dry my scale in between my scales here real quick. I always use paper towels. Toilet paper falls apart once it gets wet. Not that you're getting it so wet, but this is what I use. Scales came out pretty nice. I guess if I really wanted to make them super nice, I put them on my buffer, because this buffalo horn just buffs out nice. Here's the scales and the razor on the Morley. It's alright. Came out pretty good. I did notice something I didn't notice before, is there's a crack right there. Can you see it? It's right on the wedge. So, see what happens. Maybe it'll break all the way when I'm honing it or something. I don't know. So, alright man, let's move over to the stones. Okay, I'm all set. And some good drinks. Drinking my beer out of my special mug. Okay, I'm going to start off by putting some of this Captain tape on the spine of this Morley. The story behind this razor is actually the story behind a man. And this guy I met, I was going to Los Angeles via the Greyhound bus system so I can train and hopefully drive for Greyhound. And I met this guy named John, and we drove all the way out there, like 24 hours. It was a serious nightmare. So him and I bunked together, and I showed him my straight razors, and he shaved with one of them, and we just hung out the whole time. Became good friends. And he started driving for Greyhound, and I didn't. So I moved to Iowa. Actually, I gave him a razor, and he said it didn't shave. So I gave him this razor. And he said it didn't shave. So I'm just trying to set the bevel right now. It's going to be easy setting the bevel on this thing. Super light. We lost contact with each other, and I was thinking about this Morley, and I kept seeing pictures of it on my internet, in my pictures. And so finally I got him an old phone. I found his number. I texted him, and he just happened to answer. He said he lost my contact information too. That bevel is set. So this is a 3000K Naniwa Superstone. Everything is freshly freshly lapped, of course. Super light, all the way through with this stone. Get a nice polish on this edge already. So that's good. I've got 15 more just for shits and giggles. pushing the water all the way across the blade, which is good news. See what it does with some arm hair, huh? Oh yeah, it's popping there. Ooh. Oh yeah, this thing's responding really well. Well, I'll tell you, this is a pretty nice razor, man. Understand, I've been lusting after it again. So, all right, let's go on to the 8K Shapton. Once again, all freshly lapped. Looks like my tape is holding up pretty good. Super light strokes all the way through that 8K. Yeah, so I'm gonna start putting out some Kangaroo vintage fire hose strops as soon as I find what I'm looking for. I got plenty of the fire hose, plenty of it. Okay, so that is the end of this segment. I need to go lap my 12K. It's one thing I didn't do, so I'll be back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. All right, looking good. Just about there. Now my thing is, am I going to finish on my caudicle or my new hard Arkansas? That's the question. I think I'm going to do the caudicle because I'm going to have to lap that 12K or the Arkansas, and I just don't feel like doing it. All right, same thing. Oops, let's turn this around. Same thing. Same type of setup. All right, got that done. Time for the caudicle. Shit, if I keep drinking this, I might feel good enough to do a shave tonight. So, shit. My whole thing is to keep the slurry from falling off the stone. All right, so I'm just about done honing this on a cuticle. So fast I didn't get to finish my beer. But I'm going to take a couple more rounds on a cuticle here. Clear water. Keep looking up because my camera shut off a minute ago. So I'm going to go like this for a little bit. I've had a lot of different razors that were unique, and that's when I was buying a lot of razors, and just to resell. I was going to refurbish them and resell them, but you can't keep everything. I did keep some pretty good ones. One time I did a video of a razor. It was a 6/8. Hell was that thing? Anyway, the video's still up, and I was shaving with it, and on the video, and I posted the video, and one of the guys that I trade with called me, "Don't sell that razor. I want that razor." And he did. He came over right away and bought it. Man, I should have videotaped it. It's pretty wild. Pretty wild. I do like this conical stone, though. Feels like you're honing with something with some damn quality. You know what I mean? I can't wait to get a JNet. I'm going to get a JNet next, since I already got my Arkansas stone. So what I'm going to do with that Arkansas stone is I'm going to get it, and I'm going to reflatten it, relap it. I've had a weird cold. And I'm going to get a razor that I know shaves. I'm going to, well, I'm going to hone the son of a bitch. I'm going to look at the scratch patterns and see what it does. I'm going to compare those scratch patterns to something like this, see? I'm going to see what it does. This is like a little knife stone. Look how little it is. It's longer than the conical, though, but it's about 2/3 as the conical's 2/3 wider. I'll tell you what's cool though is I got when I make my strops, I got it down. I really got it down, man. I made a jig, my drill press, so I can just put the leather and the fire hose in there and drop that drill bit down, and it cuts it out perfect every time. See what I can find though. It'd be cool to find some great kind of rope. I know where to get this stuff. think if I had a source where I can buy some decent vintage razors, I would start the second phase of Gentleman's Edge. But they're not always easy to find. So here's a funny story. I had a client, and I had 3 guys who wanted to learn how to shave the straight razor. So usually when you shave with a straight razor, you're doing like this, the blade down, right? I said, I want you to build some muscle memory, so I want you to fold your razor this way with the spine down. Then you can shave with it without risking cutting yourself, and you build that muscle memory, see? And so there's this one guy, he just did not get the hang of it. I don't care. He always cut himself. He had 3 or 4 cuts on his face every time I saw him. He said, my wife's getting pissed off at me because I keep cutting myself. And I go, let me see that razor. I want to buy this back from you because I sold him a razor. I want to buy this back from you, and I'm going to give you. And I had a vintage adjustable Gillette. I go, you take this, man. You start on number 4, and you go up 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever you want to do. And I called him, and he goes, man, that's a great razor, all this shit, right? But then he tells me that he met this guy, and he had all the contact information from him. He found this old guy that was just buying straight razors anytime he got them. And he was hoarding them. And for 45 years, you know what I mean? So he's hoarding these razors. And now he's ready to sell. Guess what? I met with this guy like 4 times. I bought like $2,500 in razors from him. I bought all his sweetest stuff. He had some stuff that was pretty bad. But I bought all his sweet stuff. I bought that shit. Getting kind of drunk, I guess. It's English. It's an English-made wedge, and this fucker was like 1 1/8 inches wide. I took the scales off it because they were trash, and that thing weighed 2.5 ounces just the steel. Fucking awesome. And that was the only wedge I ever honed righteously. So I sold it with one of my fancy strops, a soap and a brush. What, $6.50 I think? But I'll tell you what, man. If you want to see that razor in action, look at my video. I think it's called Farewell Shave. And I'll tell you, man, that thing was beautiful. But I sold it. It's the only razor I wish I didn't sell. But I wasn't in it to collect all these razors, even though I got a bunch of razors. So I called that thing the Tomahawk. All right, man, I'm done. I'm done with this, man. Either it's going to shave or it's not. So, okay, tomorrow's Friday. I'll probably do a Friday shave with this. This is Guy Solis, and even if you're getting stoinkered on camera, you're oh yeah, I have missed this thing you wouldn't believe. 222 Morley. I'm going to go look up some information on this. But even if you're on the hones and you're getting stoinkered, even though you have a great razor, it's still a good day for a slick back and a shave. Something like that, I don't know. Alright, man, y'all take care. Remember, don't let your meat loaf. That's a cooking joke.